Today in Grow Garden in Roblox, we have a brand new leak when it comes to the trading update, which gives us a small sneak peek into what we can trade and what we can't trade. If any of this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. Become part of the first 200k OGs because we are growing like crazy. And let's get into the video. So late last night, I was on my phone before bed and I checked TikTok, and it looked like Mr. Jandel had dropped a TikTok, and I had missed it, so now it's morning, and I'm talking to you about it. And again, guys, make sure you're following the correct Jandel. It is Jandel Roblox. It has a check mark. You can't miss it. 8.6 million followers and 58 million likes. The last thing you guys want to do is follow a false Jandel. So he released his TikTok, and let me show you what it is. It's located right here, and it says trading is coming. But then again, we already knew trading was on the way, but what's inside is really cool. Check this out. Here's Jandel clearly saying trading is coming, but I also kind of am curious as to why it says evil Jandel era. Is he evil because he's about to make every single scammer in the game cry? What do we have here? Okay, first off, Jandel, I appreciate the Mission Impossible music. Most kids aren't going to understand what that is. It's sad, but it's the truth. Now we can take a look at our first glimpse of the official trading UI. I mean, obviously it's official. It's coming from the mouth of Jandel himself. Looking at it quickly, I notice a few things. First and foremost, I notice that we have fruits, which is pretty obvious. You can gift fruits now. I also notice pets, which again makes sense because you can gift pets now. Those two are not shocking additions to the trading system. I mean, we can gift those now back and forth. There's nothing to write home about here, but there is some interesting information to look at. Importantly, Jandel has included the weight of both the fruits and the pets. Why is this important? Because for the fruits specifically, you know whether you're trading for the gargantuan fruit that you wanted or a tiny replica of it, because a guy's trying to scam you by putting in the tiny version of the fruit and not the huge version you were trading for. So being able to see the weight will help you avoid bad trades. Also, having the weight on the pet will help you if you're trying to trade for something like that gargantuan, huge, mega ostrich instead of a regular tiny ostrich. Because as you guys know, that huge mega ostrich at age 1 is going to be like 8 kilos, and a regular ostrich is going to be between 1 and 2 kilos. There's a big difference. So seeing the weight will help you from getting scammed. Also, at the top of the screen, you notice that it says your value and the person you're trading with value. I have a problem with this. The value listed at the top of the screen is going to be a great way for people with ill intentions from ripping off people in trades. Now, this isn't scamming. Don't get it twisted. A scam is when I take your pets and you get nothing. That's a scam. This is when I trade you a rock and you give me $100. This is still kind of a scam, but at least you're getting the rock that you willingly traded for. Being able to trade with people who don't understand the game it's going to happen. It's going to be impossible to avoid. It's just like if you're trading cards back in the day, like Pokemon cards. The kid had the shiny Charizard, you had a Pikachu. The kid really wanted the Pikachu and traded you the Charizard, not knowing the Charizard was worth hundreds of dollars. Having said that, the Charizard's now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that's a whole different conversation. This might happen here in Grow a Garden. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. If the value is listed in the TikTok, right up here, this value here, and this value here, which is the calculation of a fruit and a pet and a fruit and a fruit, if this calculation is based off of what they could sell in the in-game store, this is going to wildly change things for people who don't know what things are worth. I'll give you an example. This raccoon, everyone knows a raccoon is worth a lot in trade value. If I go to the shop and I check out its value, it says it's worth roughly 8 million. But what about this kitsune, which we know is worth like 6 or 7 raccoons, maybe 5 or 6 raccoons? It's worth a lot more than a single raccoon. If I go to the shop and I see what it's worth only 14 million, not even double a raccoon. So a person could go up to another person who doesn't understand values and show them in the trade menu, hey, look, these values are pretty much the same. I'll offer you a raccoon and maybe a dragonfly, and look, we're up to 14 million. It's totally worth a kitsune, which it's not. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned that the values listed at the top could be used to mislead people who don't understand trade values, which is unfortunate, but it's better than being scammed and losing your pet entirely. I will admit that. Moving on, there is a feature that is really, really cool and I'm excited to see it. And it's this right here, add shekels. Being able to add shekels to a trade can really help somebody out if they don't have a lot of shekels and they want to be able to buy things from the seed shop, etc. I am a little concerned that people will use large sums of shekels to get pets, but that's going to be impossible to avoid. If somebody wants to trade away their dragonfly for 1,000,000 shekels, they can. On the flip side, if somebody wants to trade away their dragonfly for like 100 billion shekels and get all the shekels they're ever going to need in the game ever, I guess they could do that too. So there's value both ways. However, what we're not seeing so far in this video are seeds. I see no seeds, and I also see no gears. I only see pets and fruits, which we already knew we could trade before. So as we can see, Jandel added another fruit and another pet. Still no seeds here. So no confirmation one way or another we can trade seeds. Let's keep going. So the next part of this video, and it's hard for me to show you the whole video because of copyright with the whole Mission Impossible song. So far it's showing me that he's accepting on his side of the screen and that he's waiting for his friend to accept on the other side of the screen. Now I'm hoping we're gonna see a double accept system, a double confirmation system, where first both people accept the screen and then they're brought to a second screen where both can review what's in the trade. Because without that second step, without the option to review what's in the trade before a final confirmation on both sides, somebody could quickly sub in, remove, or add things to the trade, which would change the trade entirely and potentially rip somebody off. So let's hope we see a double confirmation system. If we do, it's going to help a ton to stop scammers and horrible people from ripping people off. Now, one thing that is interesting is if you mouse over the objects, they can tell you information such as weight, which is super important, age, so you know if you have a huge, if you have an 8-kilogram unit at one age, that's important. Also, the name of the pet, as well as the worth in shekels. Man, people are going to use this to rip people off in trades. It's coming. So it seems that once both sides accept, there's a countdown. Watch this. Look at the bottom of the screen. If you see this green button right here, change to a gray countdown. Right there. Now we're counting down. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got it. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Look. We do have a double confirm system. So after both sides accept the trade, there's the countdown, and then you have to push confirm. Both of you have to push confirm. This gives you guys a chance to review what's in these before you complete the trade. Thank you, Jandel, for having the double confirm system. First, you both accept the trade, and then you're given time to review the trade before you both confirm the trade. And once the trade is confirmed, the trade is complete. And we'll finish this up. It's processing, and boom, the trade is done. Thank you so much, Jandel, for putting in the double confirm system. That's going to help fight scammers like crazy. But the value part, putting the sell value of the pets there and listing it and showing the total value of the trade, people are going to abuse that. I don't like it. So what you guys need to do, if you're watching my video right now, you need to know and understand values in pets. Please do not let yourself get ripped off in a trade. It's better than being scammed, but you don't want to be ripped off. Make sure you at least watch my updated, newest trading guide video. I release these every few days. The last one was released 2 days ago. At the very least, if you watch this, you'll know where pets are worth relative to the others. You're not going to get ripped off. And there are other resources all over the internet to help you figure out how to understand pet trading value. Go to Google, type in Grow a Garden Pet Trading Guide or Pet Trading Value or even Pet Tier List. You will find lots of resources to help you guys so that you don't get ripped off in this new system. However, having the new system will at least stop scammers from stealing your pets for nothing, so that's good. However, we don't know yet, one way or another, confirmed or not confirmed, if we can trade seeds or if we can trade gear. We do have confirmed fruits, pets, and shekels. Shekels is new information. That's fantastic, guys. Hopefully you found this video valuable. If you did, hit subscribe as a thank you. And join the first 200K OGs. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.